Night 2 in Blackpool. The World Matchplay starting to heat up now. The big guns out in force. Could JDZ play spoiler again this year? Or would the machine rev it up for his masses? Who have you got here? Mensur or the machine gun? One word. Blowout. It wasn't your typical MVG. He struggled. Would he be beaten by the bronzed Adonis? And in our finale, Team Jackpot or Team Duzza? The heavyweights collide today on High Roller Radio. Yes, night 2 from the legendary Winter Gardens Blackpool. Perfect venue for darts. The atmosphere electric as the game's best go toe-to-toe. We had some epic drama this afternoon. From 6-3 down, Michael Smith came back on Yaza, winning 7 of the next 8 legs for the big result. Afterwards saying this to Betfred: first half dodgy, second half decent. Of course, we had Dave Chisnell versus Max Hobb. The massive scoring Chizzy had trouble on the outer ring, and the Maximizer was clutch and intense and made him pay in an 11-9 victory. Ian White was also victorious. Whitewashed Joe Cullen 10-0, while Christoph Ratajski reeled off 5 straight to do in the Demolition Man 10-5. There you see it. Great lineup tonight as well, with MVG, Duzza, and Jackpot all in the house. Michael Van Gerwen playing Steve Beaton, and it all had Hannah a tad nervous. "Oh Lord, it's nearly time," she said. Hannah, we all know, all about the green machine. "Forget MVG," said At the Gavel 180. "We're cheering on the bronzed Adonis." Want to quickly thank Max Holmes for this comment on YouTube following our afternoon recap. "Brilliant content," he said. "Keep it coming." Thank you, Max. We're trying. And I love this from @SupportPDC. "Like your wife, love the darts, but for F's sake, don't tell her I said that." All right, here we go. Jeffrey Desvaughn, the first man intro tonight. Remember last year? Giant killer, took out MVG in the first round and then had a pretty good run. Can he rinse and repeat? Playing James Wade, who made the right turn at the end of the walkway to high-five everybody. We know who she's cheering for. We had some big finishes in that first session. Wade pinning a 160. Desvaughn, meantime, returning the favor with his own ton plus a 119. The Dutchman was up a break at the break. "Come on, Jeffrey," said Merrill Von Selm, cheering on from the Netherlands. This, Wade's reaction after missing his chance in the 6th leg. Desvaughn did not. "This fan has great seats, doesn't she?" for all the 180s. Desvaughn kept firing, pounding the red bit, carried on for a 6-4 advantage at the second interval. Life lesson number 1: you're never too old for darts. The pair exchange breaks of throw, then holds of throw for 8-6. Backbreaker here as JDZ nailed double 8 for another break and a 9-6 lead. But full credit to the machine. On the brink of elimination, he staved it off, revved the engines loudly with shots like this for 3 on the spin. Desvaughn did have 2 match darts, but missed. And amazingly, we were tied at 9. Remember, you have to win by 2. Extra time. Wade's wife was loving it. Not so sure Merrill Von Selm was. To start the evening like this, she tweeted, with the nerve-wracking gif. At 11:10, Wade had a match dart on the 117, but missed. Desvaughn leveled and then broke in the 23rd leg with not only a 180, but a 171 as well. This treble 17, the tail end of it. Good for a crucial break and once again on the verge of victory. But no, he'd missed 2 more match darts, 5 in total, and Wade leveled, and then he climbed the ladder on the 80 finish in the 25th leg. Class right there. Came through at crunch time to take down a 13-12 thriller. Gave it some too. Ran to the back of the stage, his wife ecstatic, and wow, you think he was fired up? Millimeters from defeat more than once, and he survives. "I'm the luckiest man in the world," he said. "He was missing doubles. I couldn't help but give it to him." Great post here from the Anomaly of Betting to repeat the magic words of Merv King. James Wade knows secrets of darts which nobody else does. Oh, JDZ, said Luke Jones. You absolutely bottled that. Better player throughout, but if you keep letting Wade off the hook, he will make you pay. And yes, great game to start the evening. The Mensur Holics were all set for our second fixture, and this guy, Mensur Suljovic, full of confidence, especially considering he's had great success in the past when playing Germain Wadamena. More success in the early going here. 3-0 to start. Wadamena wiping sweat from his face. Hot up there. This is reaction after getting on the board. Unfortunately for him, that was it in the first mini session. A lonely walk right here. 4-1 Suljovic. Here are the averages at 5-1 as the rout continued. Mensur not spectacular, but 14 points better. The Dutchman, it seemed, was put off by the Austrian's pace of play. Suljovic can slow things down, can he? 8-1 at this point. There's that fan again. He was happy as Mensur wins easily. 10-1 your final, a complete blowout. I'm hearing, reported Carter Darts, that Germain Wadamena has just called Mensur Suljovic a cheater on Dutch TV. Wow, he really wasn't happy with the pace of play. Steve Beaton with the unenviable task of taking on the world number 1 Michael van Gerwen, and look at this, another blowout on the cards, a 3-0 opening salvo, 4-0 on this double 16. The bronzed Adonis finally got on the board before the commercials. A little wave to the crowd. MVG leading 4-1 despite missing 19 darts at double in that first mini session. What is going on? Asked commentator Rod Studd. Beaton picked it up in the second session, actually got it back on serve at 5-4 before Van Gerwen used a timely 180 to help break back immediately. Up 6-4 at the second interval. These fans saying, prepare to be beaten. The Adonis was trying. He kept it close with this double 16 for 7-5, but at 8-6 and with a chance to break, he'd miss. And the look right here says it all, the agony of defeat. If there was any time Michael was there for the taking, this was it. But he lives to fight again, make the final 10-6. It's so annoying when you really want to do well, he said. I was only 26% on my doubles. That's not good. This was, though, lights, camera, action on our headline match this evening. Lakeside Great versus Ali Pally Great. Glenn Durant, Adrian Lewis. This woman squarely with Team Jackpot, but the first session was all duzza. Double 18 for a 3-1 lead, and then for good measure, he pinned the very nice 101 finish as we hit the commercials. 4-1 up at the break, 80 averaging just 83. He did break first leg out of the interval though, with some animation too, trying to motivate himself, but it was all short-lived as Durant got it back immediately for 5-2. At 6-2, more bad news for Jackpot fans. He hit double 18 instead of double 1, busting his score, and you can see it here written all over his face. Defeat. On this man's face, victory. Duzza is on fire, tweeted Charlie Gray. Make the final 10-4, all Glenn Durant as he books his place in the second round, averaging 101. He was 53% on doubles. A debutante delight. MVG next round, tweeted the Sudbury Youth Darts Academy. I think he can beat him. We shall see. What a day of darts. James Wade, Mensur Suljovic, MVG, and Glenn Durant, your winners. Sunday at the Matchplay today on High Roller Radio.